Great day everyone who's watching. Today we will be presenting about the difference of cognitive psychology now and then. In the middle of the 20th century, alongside with the massive proliferation of computers, a new specialism in psychology emerged. Some thought it was so influential that they called it a revolution, the cognitive revolution. The subject was engulfed in a movement called behaviorism, with the prevailing belief that the role of psychology was to study people's behavior, but some psychologists were becoming increasingly frustrated that by only studying behaviors, they weren't able to understand the processes that were going on internally. So, in a grand shift, cognitive psychology emerged as the study of mental processes and complex behaviors. Notice that cognitive psychology wasn't saying that behaviors aren't important. They wanted to tie the external behaviors in with the internal mental processes that facilitated them. Processes such as learning and memory, languages development, and problem solving are important features in influencing human behaviors. Human brains also is like a computer. It receives, interprets, and responds to information. Fundamentally, cognitive psychology studies how people acquire and apply knowledge or information.
The scientific study of human cognition, or all of our mental capacities such as perceiving, learning, remembering, thinking, and reasoning and understanding, is known as cognitive psychology. The word cognition came from the Latin word cognoscere, which means to know. And it says that it is the study of how people learn and use knowledge or information. And Ulrich Neisser coined the term cognitive psychology into common use through his book that was published in 1967. It is possibly the most significant marker of its rebirth, and in North America and Europe, more than 60 universities have created cognitive psychology programs since 1970. In the mid-1950s, researchers in a variety of fields began to create theories of mind based on complex representation and computational technique, which became known as the cognitive revolution. And this cognitive study has implemented in a variety of practical application, including helping people cope with memory impairments, boosting decision-making accuracy, and organizing ways to assist people recover from brain injuries, treating learning disorders, and educational curricula to improve their learning.
So, thinking is the most dominant perspective here in cognitive psychology, and psychologists from it explore a wide variety of topics related to thinking processes, and one of these is decision making. All people have to make decisions, both large and small, throughout every single day of their lives. According to research, as they take a boy child as an example, his thinking is more exposed in one thing. His brain is not yet well developed, that's why he focuses more on a certain thing. This is the single feature model of decision making that involves hinging the decision solely on a single feature. However, as he grows up and his brain has been fed up with a lot of information, he started to examine all the details of a particular thing, which increases his curiosity. And this is the additive feature model, a method that involves taking all the important features of the possible choices and then systematically evaluating each option. The strategy that he used depends on his brain development.
The establishment of the current research field centered on cognitive psychology has paved the way for multiple approaches that aid researchers and practitioners to further understand the cognition and internal mental process of humans. As discussed earlier, cognitive psychology is cultivated as a tool to help treat mental impairments, but aside from that, this field's objective can also be applied in our daily settings, may it be through academic or in professional workplaces. It provides us with an array of information regarding the effective strategies that help strengthen the memory, accurate the decision-making ability, as well as enhance the learning potential of an individual. All in all, it does not only break down the psyche of a person to pinpoint when issues occurred along the development of the cognition, but also improve the mental capacity to optimize an individual's performance.
In mental health were focused more on psychoanalytic, behavioral, and humanistic approaches, but modern cognitive study has a variety of practical applications, including helping people cope with memory impairments, boosting decision-making accuracy, identifying ways to assist people recover from brain injuries, and treating learning disorders, and it mainly shows that it's focused on how we think. The cognitive transitioning that happened made processing of information and thinking patterns more vital in society today.